Hello, my little glowworms. Today, I am going to get ready to go antiquing for the first time in a little while. Your girl has been really busy with holiday things, and I've been craving a good antique store haul, so I needed to get my supplies together. I've got my 395 nanometer light and my 365 nanometer light for uranium glazed pottery. And I also have my Geiger counter, which is a GMC 500 plus. It is all nicely charged, ready to go. And I also try to remember any time that I'm going out to the antique stores to bring a couple of my uranium glass stickers in case I run into any of you guys. I'd like to be able to give you a little gift, or just in case I run into other uranium glass collectors that might appreciate a cool sticker. So the last thing I like to bring with me always when I go hunting for uranium glass is a lucky piece of uranium glass. So this necklace was just gifted to me by my dad. It's a pretty chunky one, and I think it's gonna bring us some luck today. So I'm gonna put this on, I'm gonna get our supplies ready, and we're gonna get rolling to see what we can find at the antique marketplace. So fingers crossed we find something good. All right, guys, we made it to our destination today, which is the Slatington marketplace. So let's go see what kind of cool things we can find. It is very quiet at the antique store today, which might just be a bonus of coming here bright and early when they pretty much just opened. I can already see some glowy pieces here in this booth. We've got some Fenton hobnail candlestick holders that should light up nice and bright. So let's keep going and see what else we can find. I'm excited because we are right around the corner from a booth that I absolutely adore. I mean, can you see that lamp already? Oh my God. Let's go check it out. Okay, we've got some topaz right up front. Beautiful and absolutely phenomenal. I can't imagine what they have as a price on it. I'm gonna guess around $400 at least. Wow, $165. I think that might have to come home with me. So that might be a little Christmas gift to myself this year. But let's see what else they have. All right, so I didn't want to film the ladies that were coming around the corner, and I did snag the lamp for now. It's up being held at the hold table for me because holy moly, I have never seen an oil lamp like that for sale in person. So I just had to snag that. I mean, it was a good price for it in my opinion. Most things in my area go for at least $300 if they're that big and beautiful. So let's see what else he has. Sometimes this side has some Vaseline glass, and then sometimes it is only the other side. But he always has some really beautiful things for sale. So let's take a little look on this side and see what we can see. I'm seeing a lot of carnival, marigold carnival glass, some other carnival glass, still a lot of marigold, and even more marigold. That looks like maybe a little Fenton piece in the corner. So let's go around to the other side. Try not to bother any of the other customers and see what he has. Okay. This booth has some cute stuff too. A lot of primitive and farmhouse style stuff. I'm gonna go down and around. And oh my God. It's amazing. I can't imagine where this person is finding all of this glassware, but he always has some amazing pieces. He used to have two really big electrified lamps. Oh, one of them is still here. There were two of him. Someone must have bought one, but just that lamp alone is $225. And I've seen them go cheaper online. It's not a completely uncommon pattern. Wow. I really love the fish dish. He's adorable. Let's see how much is on the fish dish. We've
$200 on a fish dish. Let's back it up a little bit. I've also been eyeing this sleigh for a while, but I've also seen those go a little cheaper online. The sleigh is $135, so I'm feeling like we got a really good deal on that oil lamp. Oh my god, did that thing light up nice. I also love this cranberry piece. Absolutely gorgeous. And how about this basket? It's probably an English piece, I would think, but I'm honestly not sure. Then up at the top, unfortunately it's a little hard to see through the etching on the curio, but this butter dish, this little butter dish is gorgeous. So let me get out my light. Let's light it up a little bit. Let's see where I put it. Tucked it away after I ran away with the lamp. So, wow. Check all that out. Pretty insane. Love all that Fenton hobnail. I have to admit, I'm not the hugest collector of the Fenton hobnail, but it always lights up so nice. So I'm not as used to filming horizontally, so I'm sorry if I'm a little shaky. Oh wow. Even the bottoms of those cranberries light up. This piece is beautiful too. For $75. So yeah, a lot of beautiful pieces for sale at this booth. This is kind of somebody that I go to when I know I just want to see something pretty, and I try to practice self-control, but I usually end up leaving with a piece. I'm actually really excited for the one that we found today. I'm surprised this, oh there we go. I was gonna say, I'm surprised he's not lighting up more. Yep, so let's keep going and see what other kind of things we might be able to find. Maybe there's some tucked away that they don't know are Vaseline. Alright, let's take a stop and check out this booth because they have some really pretty swung vases. We call this color bittersweet, and I absolutely love bittersweet glass, and sometimes the bittersweet will light up with a little bit of cadmium. Yeah, so I just had to check out these babies, and I did also notice up at the top here we have a uranium glass juice reamer, and off to the left here we might also have a piece of uranium glass. Let's test it. Do we think glow or no glow? Looks like we've got a bright glow. Beautiful dish. And then of course lots of Pyrex, some blow molds, and we still have so much more to look at. So let's keep going. Oh wow, check out all those beautiful stained glass lamps. We've got some floor lamps and some table lamps. I am a sucker for stained glass. Ooh, and then how about this piece? Love the details on that flower. And then wrapping around, ooh, we got some vintage fire extinguishers. Love those. And then here are some of those stained glass lamps. Let's go check out the table ones. So pretty. I personally like the figural base on this one. And I really like the ornate shade here, and even the one with butterflies. So let's keep going and see what else we can find. This is pretty neat. I can't say I've ever seen an oyster shell tree. Very cool. For all of my beer drinkers, I thought that you might appreciate this enormous collection of beer taps that are available for sale. A lot of different brands. things that I've never heard of. So I thought you guys might appreciate. But I'm still on the hunt for more uranium glass, so let's keep going. This booth is right in the front, and they do have some beautiful glassware for sale. You might have already noticed what a beautiful Vaseline glass piece they have here. That is $125. But wow, does she light up nice. It's a cute little figure. Be nice if that had a little bit of uranium in it. I love these vintage iron butter dishes. They have them in Vaseline, and I've never had the opportunity to purchase one yet, but I hope to add one to my collection eventually. Isn't she pretty? Alright, well, let's keep going. These booths have so many neat vintage and nostalgic items. I absolutely love coming to the antique store. I have way too much fun here, and I could honestly get lost in here for hours. So let's keep looking and see what we can find. I love checking out the jewelry to see if there's anything that could be glowy, but I am not seeing anything that looks promising for a glow. Let's check. The shelves in the back light up. Let's see. Nothing on that shelf. No. Nope. And I still like to check anyway because you never know what might surprise you. So let's see what else we can find. There's so much to go through. Oh, it looks like the booth at the end has a big 50% off flashing sign. So we'll definitely have to check out that booth. Okay, we made it to the booth that has 50% off of everything. And unfortunately for me, it's a lot of country living, kind of crafty stuff, so I'm not sure if she's going to have any vintage glassware for me, but definitely worth checking. This stuff is adorable, but just not my flavor of stuff. But an absolutely adorable display. So many Christmas items. I'm sure she'll do well. But for me, not quite what I'm looking for, so I'm going to keep heading out, keep looking on, see what we can find as far as vintage glassware goes. This booth has so much stuff crammed inside, I'm almost afraid to go in. But just looking on the outside, we've got some potential glowies to check out. So let's see how they do. Yep. Got 1 out of 2 glowies. That one's definitely uranium, and you can tell that that one is manganese. This is a great comparison of the 2 glows, actually. And then down here, I notice, do you see those? Let's see. Yes, they do glow. Alright, so that's a good sign. There might be some other treasures hiding inside of here. So let's go in, see what we can find. Wow. So much stuff inside here. I personally like this little hand-carved owl. He's adorable next to the elephant. Oop, and another carved owl. Let's see. Oh, that lamp is so pretty. There's actually a couple pretty lamps. But I like this one here with like the cherub. But the stained glass figural lamp is also really pretty. Like I said, I am a sucker for stained glass. And I know I say a lot that I am looking for vintage glassware, but I'm also on the hunt for old clocks, old lamps, vintage jewelry, and even rocks and other oddities that I like to collect. Now over here I just noticed we have a salt and pepper shaker. To me they look pretty reproduction, but let's check anyway. Yep, no glow. They just look a little too new. Once you get collecting, you'll kind of be able to tell the difference between the newer stuff and the old stuff just by the look. So So like I said, one of the other things I like to look for when I'm out and about at the antique stores is actually rocks and minerals, because I love to go looking for rocks and minerals on my free time. And one of the things I love to do is go looking for Herkimer diamonds. So I love checking out this booth. He usually has a little collection of Herkimer diamonds for sale. I don't know if he has any loose ones up at the top, we'll go check, but he has a bunch of them in the matrix, which is awesome. So it looks like he has a pretty large geode for sale to crack open, some tumbled stones, some more tumbled stones. We've got some pyrite, some labradorite, some chalcopyrite, and here we do have a couple hercs loose at the top. But these are one of my favorite rocks to look for. I try to make it a point to go every summer and at least try mining for them once, and it is a lot of fun. So that's one of the other things I like to look for when I'm out and about at the antique store. Now, looks like we have some more booths to go through over here. This space has been growing and changing and expanding, so a lot of the vendors have been kind of switching their spots up as they've been finding new openings. So it's kind of hard to find all of my favorite people, but a few of them seem to be in the same spots, like my Vaseline guy and my Herkimer diamond guy. Now this stand has a lot of beautiful glassware. However, I'm not seeing any that looks like it's going to glow. I love these bells down here. I'm always on the hunt for more Fenton bells, custard glass bells, but I'm not thinking that any of these are going to glow, but we can check. So, the 365 even. There's a little bit of a cad glow on that carnival glass bell in the back, if you see it, but not much else going on. My 365 nanometer light, I feel like it's not the best for selenium, which is another reason why I sometimes bring the 395. I think that sometimes brings out the selenium a little bit more, but I'm not really seeing any selenium in those pink bells. Thought I'd give them a try. But she does have a lot of offerings here. I also like her blue moon and stars candlestick holders. They're really pretty. I do sell a lot of moon and stars in my antique booth, and even the cobalt canisters are pretty cool. So I'm not as into the longer burger baskets or the Hummel figures, but definitely cool for collectors. And let's go across the way and see what's hiding over there. I'm honestly not feeling too confident about either of those booths, so I don't want to waste your time. Unless I find something good, I will show you. Now, sometimes at the antique store, I just find some very odd things, and this one is pretty odd to me. A little vessel here, and it says that it is an ancient Roman lacrimarium to collect mourners' tears. Very interesting. I don't know if we can fact check that, but that's pretty wild. What do you guys think about this vintage television? It gives me Fallout vibes for sure. I think this would be really neat as just a prop. Now check out this booth. This definitely looks like a booth that would call to me, just based on the large quantity of rocks and minerals that she has on display. Super cute. Let's see what she has. We've got lots of formed figures, little deer heads, some spheres. Down below, there's a lot of different specimens. How about this fluorite bear wolf? He's really cute. Love the mushroom. Love the giant chunk of septarian next to Yoda. And ooh, check out that black tourmaline. She's got a couple chunks of black tourmaline and quartz. Now those are gorgeous. How about that malachite? Love that. Lots of really pretty specimens. Ooh, and a chunk of septarian that's open. Very cool. Septarian can sometimes fluoresce under an ultraviolet light. So maybe we could check that out with the black light. Let me pull it out. See where I put it. Ooh. Yeah, I mean a little bit of a fluorescence there. Very cool. and sometimes the fluorite will fluoresce. I'm not seeing any other fluorescent minerals like euperlites, but she definitely has a beautiful display. Let's check up top. This guy might have, well, thought maybe he might have a little sodalite in him, but I'm not seeing any others that look glowy. But that's okay. We're gonna keep going and see what else she has. Ooh, check out that giant calcite sphere. That is big and beautiful, and it's actually very decently priced. And how about that ammonite? Oh, love it. Oh, and a little fluorite Yoda. Very cute. Moving on up. Got some bismuth. Got some flame figures. And the rest of her booth is very nicely done. I'm not seeing any uranium glass. That's okay. Let's check out what else she has. Looks like she might have had some uranium glass at some point, or maybe just some fluorescent minerals on display, because we do have a little black light here where she's got some manganocalcite. Nice! Check out that manganocalcite. Very pretty. I might need one of these for my rock display. Let's see, she's got 16 on the smaller sphere. Wonder how much she has on the big sphere. Let's check. Oh, big sphere does not have a price, but oh, does it light up? Very pretty. And then her towers look like they're anywhere from 28 to 34, depending, but very pretty. Let's see. Yeah, excellent. All right, I'm not really seeing anything else in this booth that calls to me, so I'm gonna try and see what's across the hall. Let's see what's in this booth across the way. Some glass fruit and vegetables in the case, some more Hummel figures, and over in this area it looks like we have some vintage Fiesta ware. However, I don't see the color that I look for the most. I'm typically on the hunt for the really bright orange or radioactive red Fiesta, because that tends to be a little radioactive or very radioactive. Sometimes the white ivory can also be a little bit radioactive, which is neat. And I'm not seeing anything else here that calls to me. I wish that those were slag glass bottoms instead of calcite bottoms, but those are unfortunately just stone. Sometimes you can find some old things with slag glass bottoms that light up real pretty. So let's go across and see what's in this corner booth here. They might be new to the market. They look a little bit sparse here. They have 50% off. So either they're kind of in the middle of switching their inventory, they might be moving to a new location, or this might just be how they like their booth. But again, not really seeing much over here for me. A lot to pick through though, like the rug beater. Some of those vintage crates might be nice for somebody. And again, another little stove over there, very cute. All right, so let's keep going and see what else we can find. Oh wow, this booth is jam-packed, and it looks like they have 40% off all of their merchandise, which is lovely. So let's see what's on display. Got some beetles. Memorabilia already. Some cool lamps. Oh, check out that Beatles poster in the back. Looks like it's actually signed. Very neat. This for storing all of your wine. I know some people who could use that in their lives. Let's see. I wonder if this is actually for sale. Oh yeah, it is $1,699. Because sometimes people just like to have things on display in their booth for people to enjoy that's not actually for sale. How about the Coke sign? Looks like a new repo, but still cute. Got lots of records. This person really loves the Beatles. just carry on. Let's see what's over here. These sculptures are pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what they're made out of. They are wood. Pretty cool. Oh, that lamp. Oh, that lamp. If that was uranium glass, I'd be losing my mind. But that shade itself is just so stinking cute. Oh, I love it. Could you imagine this in somebody's house? Back in the 1920s. Just want to go back to the 1920s and see everybody's houses. Not much going on inside of this showcase today for me. Got a bunch of paperweights. Sometimes you can find some uranium glass in the paperweights, but those don't look too promising, and I am dying to find a uranium glass seltzer bottle or a Vaseline glass seltzer bottle. I found a really nice one recently, but it had more of a manganese glow to it, so I did leave it behind. It was a nice glow, but unfortunately it was pretty mineralized, which was another reason why I left it behind. But wow, some of these booths, they have so much stuff. All right, I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna check in with you guys once we find some goodies. No sooner did I turn off the camera and round the corner, and I found something that looks very promising. So let's go on in. They already have a black light display, so that's a good sign. Got some cute things like a little fairy lamp up top, a whole bunch of milk glass, and oh my goodness, look at the moon and stars section. This is definitely one of my favorite colors of moon and stars. And they have so much of it. Wow. Cute little tinsel tree. And then looks like they have some old glassware, kitchenware. Ooh, there's a little jadeite juicer. What do we think? Is it gonna glow? Oh, it's a no glow, possibly a reproduction, but that's okay. Let's see what else she has. Oh my goodness, there's so much to look at. Oh, check out these little oyster and pearl candlestick holders. They usually give off a little bit of a glow. Yep, absolutely adorable. We've got more carnival glass. Oh, some Fenton shoes and some hats. Let's check out her uranium glass selection. She's got it lit up nicely with some strip lights. Let's see. She's got a glow-in-the-dark yo-yo in there. Some custard glass, a juice reamer, pitcher, another juice reamer. A little more custard glass here. Should we test it? Yep, they're glowers. Oh, I almost thought that was a lampshade, but it's a bowl flipped over. And then some cups, some saucers, plates, little sherbet dishes. Very nice. A good little selection, especially for some beginners. And let's see. Ooh, over here she's got some more. These are gorgeous pieces. I love Burmese when it has a little bit of that pink to it. And then the hand-painted flowers. The Vaseline glass dish lights up nicely. And then we've got a lot of amberina here, which should light up nicely with some cadmium. Let's check it out. Okay, yeah. Quite the selection. I'm loving the amberina juice reamer. How cool is that? Very neat. Let's check out the amberina juice reamer. I wonder how much. Amberina uranium reamer. Not quite, but that's okay. $100. Oh, but it is pretty. Just check out that glow. But not uranium, just amberina. And then a whole bunch of amber glass. Very cool. Some of the pieces down here might have a little cadmium to them. Not very much. I doubt these ones will. She's got some cute little ceramic figures. Oh, Love to find some uranium glass figures today, but they always seem to be very elusive. I would take any of the Fenton custard glass ones or any of the Vaseline Murano ones, of course. Oh, cute little mushroom canisters for all of your different seasonings. Got some Campbell's soup items. Cute. Yeah, she's definitely got a wide variety of stuff in here. Some covered dishes, a little farm animal section, actually pretty big farm animal section. I'm actually wondering down here at the bottom, ooh, sometimes these dishes will give off a little bit of a uranium glow depending on what glaze was used. Yeah, that might have a little bit in there. Maybe not the tray, but those are cute. And I'd have to say, this was a great booth to stop at. But let's carry on, see what else we can find. This one does not seem to call to me, so I won't waste your time there. Here we have a little bit more of the moon and stars. I like this vintage style bird cage, very cool. Stars dish over here in that beautiful blue, and then it looks like there's also a little moon and star spooner over here, and a potentially glowy basket. I'm not sure. Yep, she's a no glow, but how cute are the little kitty cat teapots? She's got some artwork on the wall. Not sure what they're snacking on. It's making me hungry. Thankfully, this market does have a nice selection of food and beverage options too. There's like a little food court section. There's a lot of new items in this booth, a lot of those Pop Funko figures. Not quite what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna mosey down this way. I love that vintage cash register. I always think that they are so ornate and so pretty. Usually are pretty expensive, rightfully so. Let's see, I'm seeing some glass insulators here on the left. They're really pretty aqua blue. A lot of odds and ends. Whole section of beer steins. Nothing though that looks glowy. Now, there are tons of these pieces around made out of the corn. And someone once told me that they usually joke about this with their family when they see it, but you don't want to sleep on the corn because sometimes the corn has radioactive glaze. Not this one. Oop. Not this one. But sometimes you can find them with radioactive glaze, so don't sleep on the corn. Alright, I cut us short for a minute there because I try to be respectful of the other people walking around in the antique store, and I don't want to catch them on camera because they have not given their consent, but oh my goodness, how cute is this cabinet. I love it. And let's check out what else this person has for sale. Looks like a lot of new reproduction items. However, off to the left here we do have some of that autumn leaf pattern. Occasionally you get lucky with the autumn leaf pattern and you can find some pieces with uranium glaze. Ooh, like the two smaller bowls are, but not the big bowl, so you can kind of see the difference there. And then what do we think about the little bowl? Is that going to have uranium glaze? Dun, 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 dun. It does. How fun. So that was a nice little stop. Found some uranium glaze there. And some old books. Very cool. Vintage Coke bottles. Nice selection of rolling pins over there. And some other odds and ends. Still not quite what we're looking for. We're trying to find something a little bit more unique. Ooh, this booth looks promising. I like the way that they have everything sectioned out by color. So I'm going to immediately head over to the green section, of course. And I'm already seeing some things that are familiar to me, like these mixing bowls. This juice reamer lights up nicely. little bit on the salt and pepper. We've got a knife and fork sherbet in the back. He lights up pretty well. Some more mixing bowls. Ooh, the ballerina cameo sugar and creamer are phenomenal. This little piece here on top of the cake plate does not look like it actually glows, unfortunately. But we got more sherbets, some cups and saucers, more sherbets, more saucers, more cups, and down at the bottom, the sherbets, the saucers, and the cups continue. Love that little spiral pattern. Very pretty. And I like the ballerina cameo pattern a lot. But unfortunately, again, these pieces I have loved, and I have moved a lot of them on to new homes, so we do not need any more. So looking around through here, seeing if there's anything else that might be glowy. I mean, we could check the corn. I told you guys not to sleep on the corn, but I did just notice this marigold spittoon. I actually have a little spittoon that has some uranium in it, so I'll have to show you guys that someday. I don't think these are the right type of corn to be glowy, but we gotta check. Can't sleep on the corn. One day I hope to find the Vaseline glass corn for sale, and I'd like to add that to my collection. So let's keep going. We still got a ways to go. There's still another section back in there we haven't reached yet. There is so much to look at. Let's keep going. Okay, we're officially in the back where the food court is, and they also have some random vendors sprinkled throughout. A lot of it does look like new merchandise, but we might get lucky and find some old items sprinkled within. So we're gonna keep looking around and see what we can find in the back. And maybe we will even get a snack. Ooh, check out all the plants. Let's see how pretty this booth is. Ugh, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Now check these out. Aren't they gorgeous? These are all handmade. Ooh, and how about that giant piece of blue calcite over there? Gorgeous. Oh, these are so pretty. I love how all of the leaves and the branches look so different. Oh, there's an evergreen tree. And oh, check out the willow. Wow. These are amazing. And the vendor who is selling them is actually currently making some right here. She just went to her home customer. But oh my goodness, how cool is that? There are some really awesome vendors here. So I wanted to see if she had a name that you could look her up by, just because her artwork is so phenomenal. And it looks like she goes by Twisted and Turns. Well, that was just awesome. As I was talking to you guys about Carol's booth, because I learned her name is Carol, she came over and wanted to say hi to you guys. So she gave me her business card and we got to talking, and I learned that she even offers classes for what she does. You can find her on YouTube, you can find her on TikTok, you can find her on Etsy. So I will link all of her information somewhere in this video so that you guys can find her, because oh my God, her work is so cool.
Hi guys, my name is Carol, artist of Only Trees, and thank you for popping in to check out my booth.
Alright guys, so I just rounded this corner for a second and then I backed up so I could show you. We have another uranium glass section. Let's check it out. A lot of common things like the tidbit trays, but I'm wondering what this is here. Oh, you know what that is? I know exactly what that is. This is the tumbler cup to a Fenton pitcher. I actually have this pitcher. This goes inside as like a stopper for the pitcher, and this is a cup that came with it. So once you take the stopper out, it becomes your cup. Huh. Never seen one of those just by itself, so let's see what they have here. Pitcher, lid only, $50. So yeah, that's exactly what that is. Very neat. Doesn't look like they have any more uranium glass hiding. A lot of cobalt dishware and some other crystal figures. But I thought that was pretty neat. Huh. I just wanted to take a second to show you guys this antique Victorian style bridal bowl. I absolutely love these. I have one, but it doesn't have the metal holder. And sometimes, if you're lucky, they do have a little bit of uranium in them. So just another thing to keep an eye out for. So it looks like we might have spied our first piece of radioactive red Fiesta ware. So let's give it a go. Oh, it looks like she's already feeling the effects. Thankfully, I can turn the volume off on the Geiger counter, otherwise it would be screaming for its life right now. And then underneath this piece, it looks like there's actually a piece of the vintage ivory too. So that might be a little spicy. But I don't want to go rearranging this person's stuff on them, but pretty cool, we found a piece. Found another section of autumn leaf. Let's see if any of that is glowy. Oh, looking like a lot of no glow. Ooh, we have a teapot in the back that glows. Not the cups and not the tall boy in the back, but this one does have a little bit of uranium in the glaze. Just want to take a second to show off this booth because I think a lot of you would dig it. Just a lot of cool vintage kitchenware items. Definitely a blast from the past. Now we also have a section of jadeite. Do we think any of these guys are gonna glow? Looks like the Fire King stuff. Ooh, but we got one little McKee. Nice.
Alright guys, I am leaving the marketplace with my purchase and I already have a stomachache because I'm worried about transporting it and I always get worried about spending that much money, but I think this was a great find and hopefully we can get it home in one piece.
Alright, so here she is, unwrapped back at home, and I'm really not sure where I'm going to put her yet, but I was looking and I realized she does have a little bit of dust and dirt on her, so I'm going to kind of clean her up a little bit. Alright, I did just get done dusting her off a little bit, and I think she looks even shinier than before. And I wanted to share with you guys one of the reasons why I really love this lamp. And one reason I really love it, not just because it's Vaseline or uranium glass, but actually because if you look closely, you'll see some little black marks. And those are actually ash inclusions from when this was produced and made, because this lamp is actually made out of blown glass, which makes it extremely fragile, and that is why I was so concerned about getting it home in one piece. So I am feeling so much relief that she is home, safe, and now I just have to find a place for her to live. It's going to need to be a pretty epic place because she's a pretty epic lamp. So here she is one more time. I thought you guys might appreciate seeing her glow in the nighttime. And I still haven't figured out where I want to keep her, but I guess that's a problem for tomorrow. I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video, and I look forward to sharing more adventures with you guys soon.